Welcome back, my friends, to Learning Torah Lishma. Today we're going to talk about a topic that is so important. I even put on this special clothing for it. It's so important. It's so important, and yet so many people make the mistake in what is the issue. We're going to discuss it now, and hopefully at the end we will have the ability to get clarity. If you're not ready yet to accept it, listen to it again, listen to it in another week or another month. Take it slowly, but this is going to be huge, absolutely huge. And the question that everybody has, why is it getting so bad? The kids are getting worse and worse and worse. Parents, right? It used to be the parents. When you locked them, they got married, it sort of locked them in. They're getting worse and worse and worse. Like, what's going on? What's going on? Why is everything getting so bad? And of course, you have the people that are considered smart. They all say it's technology. It's the iPhone. It's the Galaxy. It's the other type of phone they have here. The Samsung. All these different things. It's that. It's Disney. It's people have all these things. But one of the biggest lessons from the Torah, from the Jewish Bible, is you must focus on how and what aspect are you causing it. And if you focus on those things, that's what makes the biggest difference. Let me explain. Doesn't mean that those things don't have bad things. Absolutely. Person has to protect themselves. Absolutely. And it doesn't mean that there are people that have evil agendas making weird type of movies for kids. Absolutely there is, and the person has to protect themselves. And it doesn't mean that there isn't bad people. There absolutely isn't. A person has to protect themselves. There are people that are nasty people. Absolutely. But that's not how we solve the issue. We have to see in ourselves, what are we doing? And we're doing it with our community. And those things that we did not yet hone is what's causing the issues. Because if the foundations are strong, then even if you have things that are not so strong that are built on top of it, it stays strong. And as a human being, you could become strong, but the foundation needs to be strong. And then everything else, works. So that's what we need. We need a strong foundation. And we have to work in our communities that we have strong, spiritual, good foundations. And we have not just spiritual, but also physical good foundations. Spirituality flows into the physical world and makes it a different place, changes it, enhances it. And let me explain this in a little more detail. When a child has an iPhone, just going to use that, but it doesn't have to be an iPhone. So people think they're addicted to the iPhone, or they have PlayStations, and they're addicted to all these Call of Duty, right? It's opposite. You're wasting time. We're not doing Call of Duty, right? It's a bit tricky, right? When people are doing this, having bad friends, learning things that are improper from them, or seeing improper things, people think that that addiction, that's what's wrong, that's what we have to fix, and that's what we have to focus on. But that cannot be further from the truth. Doesn't mean we don't go to help people, but to think that that is the issue, that is the church, the foundation issue, that cannot be. Because these things are after the foundation. The foundation is the community. The foundation is the parents. The foundation is how the system works. This is just a technicality in the system. Now, it's true. It's it's times 100 of a different technicality in the system. True. And you have to address it. You have to help people to do things in the right way, to have the right filters, to guard themselves. Absolutely. But that's not the foundation. That is something on top of the foundation. The iPhone is not the person. The iPhone is not the community. It's something on top of the foundation. And if the foundation is strong, then everything else will be molded into good. Now, of course, there are evil things, right? That will be pushed out of the foundation, because if it's something really evil, then it will be pushed out or will be filtered out, whatever it is. What could we do in our foundations? So I want to call this year, this Jewish class that we're having here, it's not the iPhone. It's not the iPhone. It's us. When it comes to crucial things that a person needs in his life, our religion or our ideology or whatever you call it, even a person's an atheism, that's also a religion. They believe in this, and it's hard to change them. They're not really working with logic. It's also a religion, right? A person has to know how to combine both the religion and the mind, and it has to go in sync. The mind has two aspects. There's the emotion, there's the brain. The smarts and Judaism, they have to go together. They have to sync. The systems today, the issue is that our foundations are rotten. Whatever your foundations are, they're rotten. A person, he can't get married, either because he can't get on a date or the girls give them such a hard time. A girl can't get married because she feels so embarrassed if she doesn't get this type of boy, this type of man. And the system causes them to feel embarrassed about that. And that's not what's important. What's important is that you sync together spiritually and physically. Very important. People try to say, who cares how she looks? Of course it matters. People want to say, as long as she looks good. What does that mean? Spirituality is nothing? There's a sync. There's a connection. That's how God made this world. That's how Hashem made this world. So the system comes and destroys them when it comes to marriage. It destroys them for making money, either by saying you shouldn't make money or money is evil, or not giving them the tools to be able to go out there and be successful. We destroy them that once they get married, their spouse is of low quality. Sometimes, dangerous or nasty. It could be terrible things, or like schizophrenic. It like sometimes yes, sometimes no. You feel like a Jacqueline Himes is over here in the house, and each one feels it to the other because no one learned how to understand the other type. There's a boy and there's a girl, and they work differently. We weren't taught how to understand the other one. It's not craziness. They work different, and we have to learn how to work with that. No one taught us that. And that's why you see this. When it comes to marriage, there's like this huge black clouds, and there's such friction in the air. Of course, there are some that are happy, but most are not. And there's could sometimes, God forbid, chas v'shalom, be many divorces until they find someone. When it comes to getting school, sending your children to schools, it's difficult. Whether it's difficult because in your community it costs money, or because other people, they go to public school, it's free, but it's horrible there. The things that they're teaching them is so dangerous. When you go to private school, at times, yes, it could be good in these things. It's not teaching them to start changing their sex and that there's no God. Yes, it's not doing that. It's better than the public school, but there's so much that they could be teaching them and they're not. There's so much lacking, and no one seems to care enough to change it rapidly. And this system of, when it comes to crucial, foundations in life, having a spouse, being able to make money. People think you can't make money. Boys can't make money, girls can. Girls can't make money, boys can. Both of them can't make money. If you make money, it's evil. All different types, or you just think it's like magic. Oh, if you work hard, you succeed. You have to train them. You have to give them the tools. You have to do whatever you can to help them. These are your kids. This is the next generation. So, when we destroy these foundations, when we destroy crucial aspects of life, even if there could be thousands of good things, but when it comes to crucial things, if we destroy them, then everything else falls away. Right? If a person can't get a spouse, can't get a good spouse, everything else falls away. It's so sad. When a person could barely put food on the table, barely stay in a house, it's so sad. It pushes away all the goodness, especially if they're on the street and who knows? It's so difficult. We have to start caring about our kids. We have to start caring about ourselves. We have to start caring about our communities. And we must change, not over 10 years, rapidly. 30 days to 90 days. There has to be rapid change. When a person's body isn't working properly and there's a way to fix it, no one says, take it over time, it's okay. You fix it rapidly. These are things that we could fix. God did not put us in this world to fail. He put us in this world to succeed. The fish succeed. The animals succeed. The birds succeed. Everything in creation, from the smallest ant, from the smallest insect, to the biggest, animals we don't have as big, but fish we have even bigger than animals that we can find today. From the biggest creature, they have an instinct. Everything is done in a proper way. They can do amazing things. When it comes to human being, we fobble around and destroy the world, and we destroy ourselves and destroy the world and destroy everything with us. Do you think that Hashem creating everything around us, billions and billions of creations of living organisms and things that are living in in a lower sense, grass and trees that are living in a lower sense of the word, do you think that everything works perfectly? And but us, we can't. Hashem did not give us, God did not give us the ability that we could work in a good way, in a healthy way? Absolutely not. It's because we don't care enough. It's some type of lazy insanity that's inside of us. We must become better. And we have to also know that we make we have to, in general, make things better. But each person, we have our things that we're have a specialty in. Focus on those things in your community. Make that better. Everybody focus. In general, we have to make things better, but also have a focus of the areas that you can contribute to making better, or to talking about, of voicing and getting people to make better. And you yourself could do great things. It's not just always, everybody's sending, well, I'll send to this person and they'll make it better. This is the sage, this is the wise person, this is the Talmud Chacham, right? I'll send to the next and they'll make it better. Don't think anybody's going to do anything. You need to do it. You need to do it. You need to do it. You have to start speaking about it. You have to start acting like that. And when we do that, we could start to create rapid change. Rapid change. And we cannot allow anybody to stop us. Cannot allow anybody. We have to do it with such a valor that people don't even try to stop you. They're like, he's gone. He's lost, right? And really, someone says you're lost, it's because they're lost, right? It's really you're there, you're in the moment, you're living, you're here, you care, you triumph over your laziness, you bring ambition in your life, bring happiness into your life, help other people to be happy. Change what's need to be changed to make people have better life, whatever area it may be. When we do that, each individual, never push it off to someone else. You must do it yourself. And if you can't, you have to do it anyway. There's no such thing. You must do it, and you must live by the principles of truth, no matter if the people around you at the moment are not. And when you become strong, we have to know truth is stronger than a lie. MS is stronger than sheker. You have a room of darkness. It's so dark. It's so gleamy. It looks like nothing will be accomplished here. There's no hope. And then you have someone. He brings in a tiny little tea candle. And somehow that little tea candle brings light into every crevice in the room. It changed everything. Then there's another tea candle, another. You have to know what you do changes. And you have to be careful in this process. Don't start getting into fights. And you have to be very full with conviction. And you just have to say, listen, please, I'm not here. Please respect the way that I live life. And that's it, Just like you want me to respect your way, please respect my way. And continue. And then you're going to start seeing rapid change. And this is going to change the world. Literally. Maiga, make Yiddishkeit great again. Yiddishkeit has a method for how Jews are supposed to live, which is a very, very complex method, because it includes all the spiritual aspects of how this world was created. So it's like we have Pesach, Sukkot, Shavuos, all these intricate mitzvahs that are like bringing life into everything, bringing new iris, new lights into everything. And Judaism doesn't say everybody has to be a Jew. It says you could also be a non-Jew, but you have to keep the 7 laws. You have to be a good person. And by us focusing, we have to connect to our common sense. Everybody has common sense. Some have good common sense, some have bad, right? But everybody has. We have to get good common sense, right? There's good common sense, and then there's like 2 types of good. There's like evil good and good that's good. We have to become good that's good. Toiv shabbatov. Keep getting good, better. Happier. Helper, helping. A helper. Keep growing in whatever you are. If you're a Jew or if you're not a Jew, the Torah, the Jewish Bible, has a method for you for each one, and it tells you how to grow. And this is so important. We have to know that even as a non-Jew, there's endless things that you could do and you could grow. There's endless. And as a Jew, you have to be working like 18 hours a day. You know what I'm saying? Physically, spiritually, you have to know what your responsibility is. It's very great that the Torah, the Bible says very clearly that the Jew is responsible, right? Klal Yisrael is Kaihanim v'Goy Kadesh. They're considered like the priests of the world, and they have to learn things to such an extent that they're able to be the teachers of the world, the spiritual guide. That's your responsibility as a Jew. That you have to do this. Person that's not Jewish doesn't have to. They could just be a follower if they want. But you have to know today, we have to become leaders. Each one of us. We need, whether you're Jew or non-Jew, we have to become leaders. We need people to lead and to bring God into this world, to make people healthy spiritually and physically, emotionally, worldly. They should be healthy. And by us going in this way with tremendous energy, and at the same time, don't get into fights. Be respectful. There's always a way to be respectful. And unless it's someone, evil, and even then, try to be respectful, avoid the fight. But at the same time, go full ahead. When Elon Musk, he's building all these rockets and who knows, right? All these fascinating things. People are attacking him, right? But he goes ahead, right? When they were building the train, the train tracks that a train's going to go on, bandits would come and destroy it, and people would rob people that were traveling and trying to build the train tracks, but you kept building it, and then all of a sudden, you were able to fly this train across. All of a sudden, this rocket's able to take off. Keep building. Make the pathway. Make the tracks. And then you're going to be able to zoom across it. A huge train filled with endless good to give to mankind, to ourselves, to our family, to mankind. Now we have to know when we go on this mission, the way we approach it is chesed. We have to approach it that first comes chesed, kindness. Now, at the same time, I do not neglect myself. And what I said before, yourself, your family, and everything, that's in the beginning. But the next level is chesed. Chesed is the beginning. Kindness is the beginning, and everything about me. That is how it starts. Afterwards, yes, I have to be very careful to take care of myself. But chesed is first. Doing kindness, that is first. Afterwards, also very important, is taking care of myself spiritually, emotionally, financially, and all these different ways. I want to bless you all that you should be able to find the right way, that you should go in the right way, and that it should be as easy as possible. All the blessings. I love you all.